Hello everyone. We are another nerdy couple. I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Brian.
And today I'm trying this again. We won't be on here very long tonight, but we'll see how it goes.
Yes, life is getting the better of us this week. And, just our schedules have been all kinds of messed up. How did he die?
Because of the virus.
Did you hear that, chat? She said, because of the virus. The Green Bay Packers killed that man.
The bells firing.
Remember when we saw that video and that guy went left?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh, so what Brian's is saying is we watched a video because we were like, how much more really do I have left, you know? I don't like that it says back on that Marvel Rivals.
Let's look. You keep playing.
Wait, so we were like, how much more do you have to go? Like, what percentage of this challenge have you completed? Because, like, I knew that this is, like, a pretty long challenge, especially, like, compared to the other challenges. Based
correct.
on Reddit and things. And so we watched a video of someone beating it, not to know how to beat it, but just to see, like, how far, you know?
Right.
And turns out, we've gotten pretty close, y'all.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel a little bit more confident. I feel like I've been really upset and just kind of, like, defeated.
You were losing the mental game.
Yeah. And I think now that I know that we're close,
I'll be right back. I think Loki's doing something he shouldn't be doing.
now that I think that we're close, I think I can do it, you know? We just gotta keep on keeping on. So I got a couple weddings coming up. And I feel like the way that people say the dress code for weddings is just like not ideal. Like, can you just tell me, like, I have to wear a long dress, Brian has to wear a suit, Brian has to wear a tie. Like, I need more information than, like, cocktail attire or formal. Like, what does that mean? Maybe you don't know, maybe you do know. Maybe you get where I'm coming from, maybe you don't get where I'm coming from.
So cocktail attire is when you come dressed as your favorite drink, your favorite alcoholic drink,
You're so right.
right? So mine would be a pina colada. That's not technically that's not true, but it's the drink I get most excited about drinking. So I will come dressed in mostly yellow. I will be wearing a red hat, not that kind of red hat. I will be wearing a red hat, and I will be holding, what's that word for umbrella that starts with a P?
A parasol.
And I will be holding a parasol.
Guys, that's it. I didn't know that we could see it.
Yeah,
We can see it.
that's the end.
That's where we gotta go, and we can get there on this run.
This is the run. Okay. Oh,
Okay, but we've never done that before.
you've never done that before.
We've never done that before. Progress. I did that the wrong way. Progress.
Hey, what are you babies up to?
Uh-oh. Apparently the babies are up to no good. What's your favorite, like, song to dance to?
Oh, Pepper.
That's my question.
What was your question?
What's your favorite song to dance to?
Pepper doesn't have a favorite song to dance to.
Yeah, she does.
What's your favorite song to dance?
The doorbell.
That's not a song. That's a tone.
Doodly doodly. That's a song.
Oh, do it again?
Doodly doodly doodloo.
Oh my god, you're right. One more time?
Doodly doodly doodloo.
Oh, Pepper, I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry. I'm making you dance on the stream, baby.
Pepper's supposed to be tired, but she gets back from daycare and she does the biggest bailes.
The biggest barcos. Call her a boat.
What is Loki up to?
He's playing with his orange ball.
Oi! I fell.
Kiwi!
She got it.
I threw her little kiwi toy at her and she caught it.
What's your favorite song to dance to? We know Peppers.
Used to be barcos time. My favorite song to dance to. So I'm conflicted, right? Because I'm not very good at dancing. Yeah. So here's the thing. There's a part of me that likes the songs that tell you how to dance along to the songs, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the other part of me that's like, I hate those songs because you have to like line up and dance them.
Everyone sees you.
And at some point, everyone sees you, right? So you can't just be like, oh, well, I'll just sit in the back. Because boom, now you're in the front, idiot.
Yeah, you gotta go middle.
No.
What?
Because you think that. You think, oh, well, I'll just go middle. That means
then
at
you're
all
being watched
times.
at all
times you're being watched.
Yeah.
There's no escaping it.
You gotta go for like a corner.
Yeah, I don't know.
I killed myself on that one.
I don't know.
Killed myself on that one. Yeah, in my head when I asked that question, I was like, oh, I'm talking like, what's your line dance? You know, what's your cha-cha slide, your Cupid shuffle?
In terms of that, it is the wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble.
Solid. It's just called wobble, I think. But I also thought it was called Simply the Best, like a full.
She's talking about different songs. In case you're wondering.
I'm talking about The Best by Tina Turner. That I now know is just called The Best, not Simply the Best. Maybe the left is a little shorter.
But you didn't just go left.
No, I didn't go left.
I was just making sure for my own sanity that I know directions.
Yeah, I like Cupid Shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's solid.
Yeah.
I think a cha-cha slide is just like, we're over it, you know? Like, we don't need to do that anymore.
Now, I have a question for you, Lucy,
Yeah.
since we're talking about this.
We're talking about
Is there anything that you would do differently about our wedding?
Is there anything that I would do differently about our wedding?
Yeah. Pepper, that's not the ball that you're supposed to have. That's Loki's ball. Let me see it.
Marry someone else.
Game!
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I do wish, like, maybe I was, like, a little bit more specific with the DJ. Because while I did enjoy the wedding and, like, dancing and stuff, I think it would have been nice to have, like, more of, like, my favorite songs, you know?
What
And,
song
like,
was missing?
I don't know that there was a specific song that's missing, but, like, I'm a Taylor Swift girly.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, like, one of our friends that wasn't even invited to the wedding was like, Lizzie, what do you want to listen to? You like Taylor Swift, right? Hey, let me go get a Taylor Swift song on, you know? Like, I don't know, like...
Yeah. Now, I think there was, if I'm remembering this correctly, which there's a possibility that I'm not, that there was kind of a happy accident.
Okay.
Because one of your favorite songs to dance to is Low by
Yes!
Flo Rida, right? And somebody asked you, and you were like, let me get Low by Flo Rida. But then the song that started playing was dum 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 dum, and that's also a good song.
365?
Yep.
I don't remember that happening.
Get low, get low, get low. I think that happened, or maybe it was a different song that also has Low in the title. But I'm pretty sure we were like, oh yeah, let's get this song going, and then it was not that song, but it was also still a good song.
Yeah. I believe it.
I believe it.
But also, like, I've said it. Low's my stripper song, you know? Like, that's not a song you dance in front of your mom, you know? Even though, like, it is a song that I sang with my mom my entire life. Not entire, whenever it came out, you know?
Middle school.
Yeah, but once my mom knew that we knew the words, she was like, oh no! Like, I remember, like, my brother, oldest, he sang the rap to it once.
Ha!
And my mom was like, oh, that's what it says?
That's when I threw her legs on my shoulder, I thought
Yeah.
it was over.
Yeah.
That Henny and Cola got me like a soldier.
Yeah. And that did not go over well. We didn't hear that song for a while in the car.
Yeah.
Ah! Just a silly mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, what would you change about our wedding?
In a perfect world,
Okay.
I would have had a smaller wedding, and B, it would have been a destination wedding, and that would have helped contribute to the smallness of the wedding.
Interesting.
Because that in destination wedding fashion, you're able to invite all the people that you're supposed to invite,
But most of them don't.
but most of them won't show up because it's like, oh well, they're getting married in the freaking outback of Australia. That's not where we would pick, but they're like, I'm not spending all that money to go there.
Right. Now,
It's a self-selecting.
while I do think our wedding was like large, I don't think it was that big.
It was like what, 150, something like that.
I don't know. But like I just have a big family, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I do think that 70%
Yeah.
of at least my family that was there would go,
Yeah.
and then like your
God, no.
family,
Mm-hmm.
half of them it was a destination wedding.
Yeah, but I feel like that part of the family, like there was a significantly smaller turnout. There was
Yeah.
a significantly smaller turnout from that side.
Yeah. You think less of the other side would have come? I feel like they still would have come because they're like my family, you know.
I don't know. I don't think that side of the family really likes me, and that pre-incident.
Pre-incident. No, I do. They like you. You're just not one of them.
Exactly. So they don't like me.
What is happening? What is happening? We need a reset. Everybody deep breaths with me. Ready? I feel like you're not taking them.
No,
Alright.
Yes. So now is a good time to get into my ethnic background. To explain why Lizzie said what she said. I am half white, half Hispanic. I do not speak Spanish well. I don't speak Spanish well. What?
You speak Spanish just fine.
That's simply not true. Anyway,
You literally lived in a Hispanic country multiple times in your life.
I do not speak Spanish well. And the side, one of the sides of my family is the fully Hispanic side, and they all speak Spanish and are very much about that. So it's like I never truly fit in with them because like at some point in the night of a family gathering, just everybody is speaking Spanish, and I'm just like there, and you know that, and like I just let my vision go blurry and I disassociate. So like now I'm just there and there's like noise in the background of people talking, but I have no possible way of understanding what they're saying, especially because they're talking very quickly. So like I got like left out from a lot of those things. So it's like not one of them because I can't conversate in the way that they can. And then it's crazy because it's like you can see me. I look like a white dude. I'm a very white presenting person. I don't have a Spanish accent when I'm speaking in English.
You know.
That I'm aware of. That's true. But it's like when I went to other places in the country that are not so heavily Hispanic, it's like I'm also not one of them either. I'm not one of the normal white people. So it's been weird.
Yeah.
It's been weird.
Yeah, because you're not like, I feel this too of like I'm not like culturally like Hispanic enough. You know, like we grew up in Miami, and like we grew up around people that were Hispanic, right? And then like post college, I've seen them and they're like very Hispanic, and I'm like, you weren't like that in high school.
Yes.
And, like, they've just, like, embraced it so much more. And, like, I'm not embracing the fact that I'm Hispanic. I'm just, like, not, like, changing who I am, you know? Like,
Like,
I don't know.
One person in particular, literally in high school, she did not have a Hispanic accent that was able to be picked up by me. I've heard her talk on Instagram, and it's like super thick. It's super thick.
Super.
Like Miami kind of Hispanic accent. And it's like, you
didn't talk like that.
You acquired this.
Right.
Or you chose to speak this way. Because you don't. You didn't. You know?
Yeah. But all that to say, like, I feel like, your Hispanic family is, like, that kind of Hispanic, you know? Very Miami.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like mine can be, on one side more than the other. Miami Hispanic.
Yeah.
The other side is Hispanic, but in a different way. they're, I don't know. But, yeah. I don't quite fit in either. But, we're the most Americanized Hispanics in our family.
Yeah. But you fit in a little bit better with Hispanic people, and I fit in a little bit better with white people.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Not recoverable.
And something that we've talked about previously on the chat is I've gotten rid of one of the like Hispanic flares in my last name. I haven't gotten rid of it. I just don't say it when I introduce myself to somebody for the first time. It just makes things easier for me, because like if I were to introduce myself to like normal American people and say my last name correctly, they'd be like, what, and they make this face, what, you know? I'm just like, I don't like that reaction. Me personally, I just really am not a fan of like, hey, like, this is my name. What? It's like, it doesn't make me feel good, you know?
Yeah. Well,
how do you spell that? All right.
Yeah, but okay. Because I was going to say, like, well, I make a point of, like, no, like, this is my name.
Right.
But also, like, I don't interact with strangers as often as you do, of, like, people that you're only going to see once or twice, you know? Like, the people that I interact with, I will see again and again, you know?
Right.
I'm really...
You've lost the plot on this one.
I don't know what's happening there.
You just had to commit, and you were afraid to do it.
I just I couldn't get the angle right.
Story of your life, bro. Yeah, you've got commitment issues.
No, I do
Idiot.
not. No, I do not.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, because like I guess I don't know what it's like to like see as many like new people a day and like have that reaction, you know?
Right.
Because like for me, they're always like, how do you say that again? You know? And then it's like eventually they either get it right or they stop trying.
Right.
But like I'm not gonna not say my name correctly to someone that I'm gonna know, you know? Even if it's just a year, you know?
Right. I don't think the people at work even know what my last name is.
Like your coworkers?
My coworkers, yeah.
Huh.
Because, I mean, like, I haven't said it.
That's just bad timing.
That was just bad timing.
You're pulling my hair? You can put it up there, you just can't put it on top of my hair.
Yeah, well, I moved here now.
That's kind of crazy that they don't know your name. My coworkers know my name.
Well, you go by your last name.
To be fair, though, a coworker literally asked me yesterday and was like, you like to go by Lizzie, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. And, like, so much so, like, my ID and email address and, like, all the things work-related.
Oh, brother, why'd you stop moving?
I didn't know.
Can't walk and talk at the same time.
So all my work-related stuff is under Lizzie, not Elizabeth, you know? And so, it's like, how do you not know that I like to go by Lizzie?
Right.
Like, you've sent me emails.
Yeah. What do you think, if Brian was short for a longer name, what would that longer name be?
Brian Street.
Brian Steen? That's a last name, and that's Berenstein.
Well, I was gonna go Brianford, but I don't think so either.
Brianford? Brianathan?
Brian Stiffer?
Maybe.
What do you think?
Well, I said Brianathan.
I don't think Brian. is good.
Brianston? Brianston?
Have you tried Brian in the middle?
Oh.
Or like the end? Like Enzo being short for Lorenzo, you know?
Yeah.
Abrian?
That's just one more letter?
Abrianahim? I'm trying to think of like Abraham.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got nothing. I don't think I can put it at the middle or the end of something. Brian-jamin?
Benjamin?
I think it would be Brian-jamin. Yeah, Loki's just messing with the boxes behind us. He's doing cat things. Okay, what happened there?
It was just not good. It was just not good.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just not good.
Yeah, it's just that I feel like your consistency, like where you're able to consistently get to, has not improved much.
This run has been pretty terrible,
Yeah.
but I feel like in the past, I was pretty consistently getting past the fire lizard.
Yeah. You know what I think you're missing, Lizzie?
Mm.
I think you're missing the philosophizing after certain defeats.
Oh.
And it's you who has to do the philosophizing. You have to search within yourself and find the lessons that the game is trying to teach you.
Mm. Well, remember that one time, what was it, on like To the Beat or something? You told me I had to like think about what I did wrong.
Yeah. I put you in timeout and I said, you think about what you've done.
No.
Yeah.
But like you made it, like you didn't win that time. Why didn't you win? This one felt like bad timing.
It wasn't actually bad timing that did you in. It was the fact that you
I didn't jump on the first one.
You didn't jump on the first
I
one.
gotta commit there.
That's what I'm saying.
Commitment is a tricky thing, you know? Sometimes one person's ready and the other person says, not yet, I don't have a job. And then says, not yet, I have a job, but it's not steady. Not yet, I have a job, but it's far away. Not yet, I hate you. And then you find out it's not about the job at all.
Who are you talking about?
You. The whole time.
I feel like we're married.
Well, because the other person, sometimes you just have to beat them down. Wear them out.
Don't start with that kind of language. Because I can't make comments on it.
Yeah, I know.
Loki. Can you see him?
Is he on the stream? Is he on the stream?
No, you can't see him. He's right at the top of the little. Anyway.
I committed. Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna die here!
That took you too long, bro. You did that too slowly.
I did that too slowly. Oh yeah, no, you can't get him all the way up there.
No. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
Dude. We need it.
I need a Friday. Now, I will say, I am the most prepared for next week as I've been in a while. Of like, I feel like I've been playing like catch up every day, you know? Of like getting ready for the next day, the day before.
Right. And now you're playing mustard.
No. I can do pickles, man.
You can do pickles, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, mustard is actually before ketchup. If
Yeah.
you really think about it. But like, I'm not like that's crazy. I'm like super ready for next week, even though this week has been like the longest and most strenuous and annoying week we've had in such a long time.
Collect.
So I think what we really need to see here is that with the triangles and the circles, they're moving, and the squares and the X's, they're flowing.
Okay. I said philosophize, not symbolize. Philosophize, not symbolize.
In life, you want to be like the X.
Oh, okay.
You want
I'm ready.
your road to cross in many different ways. You want to be able to go out into multiple directions.
What?
And let's get into it, folks. I got so nervous. We were too locked in. I was like, oh no, it's happening.
No!
You were too quiet. It got scary.
I can't talk in that moment.
It got so scary, man.
Okay, so here's what the problem was. Here's why you died
Okay.
on that square. It's because you feel the need to double jump
jumped.
at all times.
I double jumped.
And you didn't have to. You just had to jump over it. You spent too much time in the air. You didn't have enough time to land and jump again.
I double jumped. Okay, so we're not gonna double jump.
It's not don't double jump. It's like
Just be smart about the double jump.
just be smart about the double jump. And chat, we get into dangerous territory when we try and make Lizzie think while playing a game.
Thinking time. It's time to do some thinking about the things that need some thinking about.
Exactly. Why is it dangerous when we ask Lizzie to do thinking time while playing a video game? She can't. She can't do both. She can't think and control her character at the same time. So things don't usually go well when it's thinking time.
Thinking time.
Like there, I felt like you were thinking and you stopped moving.
Yeah, so I was trying to move my camera. I was trying to be like, okay, so I was going to be like, but look, sweetie, aren't you so proud of me? I'm doing my camera and my motion at the same time, because that's not a skill I've had before. And then I tried to do that and it killed me. What is that? Ooh. These are not in sync.
They are Backstreet Boys, though.
Name one song by NSYNC.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this, chat. It's a 50-50 chance.
Name the song by 98 Degrees.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yes.
Oh!
Name a song by Backstreet Boys.
I Want It That Way?
I think so. I honestly don't know if you were right on either of them. I feel
Then we
pretty
take
confident
those.
that you are right on both. Ooh, I thought I was on the platform.
How did you die,
I thought I was on the platform, but I wasn't. It was the depth perception.
Who sings Bye, Bye, Bye?
NSYNC.
NSYNC. Who sings, what song did I say?
I Want It That Way.
I Want It That Way. The Backstreet Boys.
We got him, boys.
I could not name a single song by 98 Degrees. I don't
Yeah,
know who they are or what they stand for.
Yeah, they're from the same time.
No, I know they're from the same time. I just don't know who they are or what they stand for.
Boys sing little songs.
And it's like,
I do think that I have a song by 98 Degrees on my like Spotify, but I don't know.
yeah. And like they just went with normal body temperature. Like we're just a bunch of normal people. I mean,
It sounds hot. 98 degrees.
yeah, but like, what's the context? 98 degrees body temperature? I'm unimpressed. 98 degrees ambient temperature of the outside? Me personally, I'm not impressed. Some people might be. But that doesn't scare me. Wow, that was rough.
Jump over, punch, punch, get out of here, and breathe.
And breathe. 98 degrees Celsius, I would be impressed. I'd be like, are you alive? Where are you at?
What's your favorite thing to do in the summer?
Me personally?
Yeah, I'm not asking anyone else. I mean, you can drop it in the chat, but are you gonna?
I mean, I do like going in the pool. Oh, what is going on, bro? Why did you run backwards? You had to go. You had to make a lateral move. No. I don't care. Run it again. Do not dwell. I got so scared. Shut up.
Let's go fall off. I want to fall off.
Instead, you want to get hit by a damn bullet bird.
He says honorable.
No, it's not. You got shot in the back because you were running away like a coward.
My eyes itchy, my eyes itchy, my eyes itchy, my eyes itchy. Oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to jump up here.
Your eyes itchy? Your eyes itchy? What,
What
bro?
were we saying?
Guy can't scratch his hand one time?
What were we saying?
I don't know, man. You derailed it. You derailed it.
You know what song I heard today that I was like, this song will always remind me of being in your car in like high school.
My car.
Your car.
I didn't
not
have a
high
car
school,
in
not
high
high
school.
school, not high school. College.
Okay.
She
For Liz.
for Liz. Okay. Collect yourself. I didn't know he could reach me!
You're taking too long, bro. You're afraid to commit.
She for Liz by Parachute.
Nobody can hear you.
She for Liz by Parachute. That song is from your car.
Yeah. I got it for Lizzie. It made me think of Lizzie. Because it's for Liz. You know, I've known many Liz's. Like, I've encountered very many Liz's in my adult life post college.
I only know one.
And each of them
I know two.
has been at a new job that I've had.
There's a Liz here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about her.
Yep. There's a Liz here. There were two Liz's in the other one. And then, you know.
I know Liz.
Yeah.
I was about to say her last name.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't either. But I would have. I almost did.
Don't be afraid to commit. Brother!
It was too early. I committed too early.
But, like, how... Like, there's something flawed in your decision-making process.
How do you think I ended up with you, babe?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't come from a sane mind.
But, like, this isn't a question of being sane versus insane. Unfortunately for you, it's a question of knowledge.
Knowledge.
Of smarts.
I have knowledge.
Of reasoning. Logic.
I used to be a good critical thinker.
What happened?
You put a controller in my hand?
You started friggin' eating eggs.
I actually stopped eating eggs. I used to eat lots of eggs. Eggs were like the summer dinner because I would be at my grandma's house and they don't eat dinner because they're old. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know why that was a thing that I believed and that happened, Like, they just wouldn't eat dinner. And so they'd be like, you want me to make you some eggs? And I was like, yeah, eggs works. And so they'd make me eggs for dinner.
How many times are you going to get killed by that guy?
Probably at least 3 more.
Dude.
You know what's happening? You're not showing me the data. You were motivated by seeing that you have beat the Hollow Knight so many times and beat the Radiance 0 times. You should have been marking how far I get.
Here's the thing, Lizzie. I don't think that the data for you would be motivating.
Yeah, but I'd want it to be better.
I think the data for you would show random chance.
But I'd want it to be better.
Okay. You want to win.
Yeah.
And you've had no control over that.
But I mean, like, I do some runs better than others.
You do. Random chance. We've been over this.
I think it's random. I think sometimes I lock in.
And when you lock in is random.
I feel like I'd lock in more.
But that's the thing, Lizzie. Like, I don't think you have the lock-in skill.
Okay, that was just bad timing. I would like everyone to know that that's bad timing.
No. Because if it was me playing right there, when you arrived there, he was on his side, and I would have punched. I would have punched him, and he would have died, and you wouldn't have been in that scenario.
Punch him?
What?
What a brilliant idea.
You never thought about punching him?
I've only ever thought about punching him when I was at the top.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Like when I land next to him up there. Punching him from down here, game changer.
I can't believe you. I thought you would just hit him with your little freaking lasers because you thought that was easier. I thought you knew you could punch him.
I mean, like, I like my lasers. Don't get me wrong.
You're not very good at them.
Okay, well, I don't need your sass, really.
Okay.
Do you think, like, speedrunners go through it quickly on their first try?
I think that they have an innate skill that they process information quickly and they can make their decisions quickly, and they probably do go through quicker than the normal person when they're doing things for the first time. But I also want to believe that speedrunners also enjoy the game that they're playing. Because, like, theoretically, here, Lizzie, you could be a speedrunner, you just haven't found the game that you want to speedrun yet. You know? Like, there are a portion of people who are like, I'm a speedrunner kind of person, and that's just what I'm going to do for every game that I play. But then there's other people, and I think this is the majority of speedrunners, where it's like, I have played this game, and I friggin' love this game, and I want to keep playing this game, but this game doesn't change. So I have to change the way I'm interacting with this game. So they become speedrunners. You feel me?
No!
Okay. This is a good sign, chat. This is the first time that I have seen Lizzie emote while doing this challenge. And she has done this challenge for countless hours at this point. At least countless hours by me. Somebody could count them, but it wouldn't be me. What does this mean? What does her emoting and lashing out and saying no mean? It means that for the first time, she tried at least once.
I've tried so many times. These are all real tries. It's been in reach now. And I thought, when we got there, remember when we got to, like, the triangles?
We got to the square, bro.
When we got to the square, remember when we got to the square?
Yeah.
I thought, oh, we might be able to do it tonight. But it's already 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So
And I'm on pepper duty tonight.
yes. Okay. But like I said before, here's the problem, Lizzie. There is no consistency with where you're going to go. In the past 3 runs, you've died at the very beginning, you've died somewhere in the middle, and you died to this guy who's just the electric guy. That like this is the first time today you've died to this guy.
I don't know if that's true.
I think it's true.
I died to an electric guy earlier today.
Okay.
I don't know if it was him, but I did die to an electric guy.
But like, for example, Lizzie, when I was fighting the Radiants in Hollow Knight this week, after my first 4 attempts, which were back-to-back losses against the Hollow Knight because I was learning to fight, right? So after my first victory against the Hollow Knight, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses to the Hollow Knight in 15, 17, hold on.
Too far.
In 49 attempts. 5 losses to the Hollow Knight in 49 attempts after losing to him 4 times in a row in the very beginning. That is consistency. That is somebody who is locked in and is focused on learning. I don't think you're coming at this from a learning perspective. I don't know what perspective you're coming at this from. But I don't think it's a learning perspective.
But like, I have all of this down. Like, yes, I make silly mistakes more often than I should, but I know what to do at all of these points. I know how to get through all of this.
You know how to, but you don't know how to execute it consistently.
But that's just a skill issue.
Brother, if you've done this 100 times, which you've done it more than... That's the first time today you've died like that in that spot. If you've done this 100 times, there shouldn't be a skill issue for things that you have already beaten multiple times. You feel me? There can be moments where you're like, oh, you know what, I misplayed that, and like there can be silly mistakes, but the silly mistakes cannot be the consistency in your run. And right now, that is the consistency.
I'm just a silly girl.
But your consistency, the thing that you are consistent at, causes inconsistency. Because silly mistakes happen regularly for you, you die at irregular points in the run. Because you'll just die wherever. Because there is always a chance for an inconsistency. As opposed to, okay, the first 45% of this, I've got it down, and I hardly ever die to it unless I make a silly mistake, which is an inconsistent thing that happens. But this, the following, the 45 to 50% of this run has a part that is difficult for me, and I'm still learning how to react to it. That is a temporary skill issue. But because you're so consistent at getting past that 45%, you're able to work on that 5% skill issue, and then compound and compound and compound, But that's not what happens while you're playing. This is your locked in face? This is your grumpy face? Why are you grumpy?
I'm just disappointed.
In who? Why are you disappointed?
Because, I feel like I know how to play this first half, and I am good at this first half, and I am consistent at it. I just... silly mistakes. I get too worked up. I'm like, I just want to keep going.
So I feel like, because I'm not inside your thoughts, right? I feel like you're too focused on the end goal.
I want to win.
You want to win. But what you're not focused on is the process of winning.
I'm tired of this process.
Well, I'm tired of your process as well, which is random chance. Your process is not having a process. You have to focus on the segments, you know? The reason I say that is that if you are focused on each individual segment and you're like, okay, so for example, this segment, you are almost perfect at this segment, save for a silly mistake. That is consistent, right? I would say up until that last jump falls under that category. Here is where there's a significant uptake in your silly mistakes.
I don't think I died there that much.
I think you do because you get caught up in the timing of pulling that guy's hair and.
I only died there once today.
If you say so. I don't remember. But if you focus on ways to improve each individual segment and how to what is the optimal way to do each individual segment, you'll be able to compound that on top of each other until you do each segment optimally enough that you're able to win. Because, okay, you should have died there. Because something that I was saying when I was doing my task of trying to finally beat Hollow Knight was that whenever I get to the run where it is the run that I win, that run, no matter what I do, will not be a perfect run, you know? There's going to be mistakes that happen, but they're going to be mistakes that we're able to come back from. And I think that is going to be the same thing for you, that the run that you win is not going to be the perfect run. I would like to say,
yeah,
for that triangle one, when you're there and it's the last one, it's never going to do the triangle in the middle of the thing. It's going side to side. You're able to just go around the triangle, you know? You don't have to go through it. And I think you trying to go through the triangle on this one is what killed you.
Yeah.
You could have just gone around.
I just feel like the bottom is so wide that I'd have to go
You'd have to jump.
Out.
You'd have to go pretty far out and you'd have to jump. I think. So, you can't be trying to make sure that you're perfect on every segment, but optimal enough.
Wow.
Because, like I said, the run that you win is not going to be a perfect run. It's going to be a run where, you're somewhat off of what your optimal line is, but you were still able to accommodate for that.
Yeah, but the thing with this is that there is no accommodating for that. You have to not get messed up, you know?
You have to not get hit. You can be like that. You can be out of position. You can be in a tough position where it's ooh, it's unlikely to get out of this, but you can get out of it. And you did. You just did.
Whoa, it's those two come still together.
I want you to try and do something for me. Never, under any circumstances, go backwards. If you're gonna die, then just die. But don't go backwards. Because when you go backwards, that's just giving the triangles more time to shoot, and it's just going to make it harder for you. If you go forwards and you die, like I said, you die. But as soon as you start going backwards, you've signed your death warrant anyway. If you continue going forwards and just try to adjust course one way or the other, whichever way is best in that particular moment, you at least give yourself a chance of continuing,
I did die here twice in a row now.
Yeah. It is 9:08. This is your last run. I was hopeful. I was hopeful. Oh, she's running it back. What was that laugh for?
Well, when you said this was your my last run,
Mm-hmm.
I said this is your last run.
Okay. Oh, so I'm good to go? I'm dismissed?
I think. I'm getting a little bit of a headache from my headband.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm just never good at recovering.
But what did you have to recover from?
No, not in that scenario. But I was
Okay.
thinking back to when you were talking about like, oh, your run isn't
Mhm.
gonna be optimal, whatever, blah blah blah.
Right.
You're gonna make mistakes.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, you can't die, but you can make mistakes. And I'm like, yeah, but if I make a mistake, there's a 90% chance I die. Like, I just don't have the recovery skills. And that's why I say it's a skill issue. Because, like, I don't even know how that happened. Because, like, if I make a mistake, it just fully throws me off my, like, rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think there is a timing to a lot of this, too. Damn, that was just bad. Of, like, if you go too soon, if you go too late, you know, like, onto the beat,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like you had to start right away. So much so that if I, like, took a second, I would restart. I would, like, literally just jump off. Yeah, I thought I could get him. I would jump off because that was the only way to make sure that I was on the right rhythm. And for this, it's like if I'm a second too late on one thing, it like throws me off for the rest of it, you know? And like not everything, like obviously like that section wasn't it, but like this for example, I curved a little bit too early, and because I curved too early, I didn't have enough juice to stay up and get him.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what do you do then? You know? How do you recover from that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a sincere question.
Who are you talking about? The guy that you didn't get. You didn't have enough juice to get him. What are you talking about?
This guy that just killed me.
Oh, okay. I mean, so
Not everything's recoverable. But I
Not-
feel like
yeah.
a lot of my mistakes are not recoverable.
but that's why I'm saying that. Okay, here's why I say a lot of this is not a skill issue. It is, in large part, a decision making issue. You decide at what time you jump. You decide which way you're going. It's those are active decisions that you're making, whether you realize it or not. You know, so it's the game for the most part, doesn't put you in the positions where it's like, oh, I have to go right now, especially not in that area that you're talking about.
Well, if I don't leave right away, I get shot by the purple guy.
Yeah, but you could also wait until the purple guy shoots, dodge it, and then go. You know, like there's decisions.
Dodging is a cute idea.
It's not hard to dodge. You just dodged it right there. You did. So it's getting better at understanding the timing and making the decisions based off of your position and where you're trying to get to. Your current position and your desired position. I think you're playing on tilt, Lizzie. And you know what happens when you're playing on tilt. You've already lost when you're playing on tilt.
I didn't know that. You told me this.
I told you this. I told you this many times.
I gotta sleep on it and then be better in the morning.
Well, you're not gonna play in the morning. Also, you have to stop mumbling.
I'm just a mumble bus.
I'm like, our mic is not, you know, a perfect mic in and of itself. So, like, you know, you kind of have to make sure you're enunciating.
I said that word today, and one of my
Enunciating?
kids goes, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "Say things clearly."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Okay."
It's recoverable. That was the most recoverable it's ever been. Alright, Chad, I think Lizzie has lost her mind. I think it's time for her to stop.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe it'll be Saturday. But we will be beating this soon.